What is going on today, guys? Spotify's the devil here, and welcome back to an episode of WNN. I have a lot of stories for you today, a lot of gear, and most importantly,
Spotify's the devil.
Let's talk about the music production news. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here. I'm trying to get to 50,000 by the end of the year. If I do, I'm shaving my eyebrows. I really want to shave my eyebrows. In our first story, we'll let them cook. Apparently, ARTURIA has been cooking because not only did they release Diet Shaper Box, but they've been working on a new audio interface. It has 16 inputs, as the name would imply, as well as 16 ADAT/IO, as well as 8 analog outputs. It features 1 MIDI in, 2 MIDI out / through. It features 24-bit AD/DA converters from ESS and Cirrus Logic. It also comes with a Creative FX bundle. According to them, you can route anything to anything. It also features a standalone mixer within it for whenever you're not near a computer. I hope no one has to use this thing too often. It's cool of a little feature as it is. It seems really tedious. It would actually be pretty cool if you could control it from another device, which actually may be an option. If it is, I didn't see it on their website. It features multiple sends and returns as well as A/B speaker monitoring. I'll show you a quick picture of the software it comes with. You can secure this interface for the low price of $14.99, but you are getting a lot with it. They have some other more minimal options as well too. In our next story, EVENTIDE released a new reverb called BLACKHOLE Immersive, and it's $499. $499. $499? Man, $499. $499. It appears to be a reverb designed purely for Atmos and surround sound. They say it has a powerful and flexible algorithm. It supports LCR, quadraphonic 5.0 to 5.1.4, and 7.0 to 7.1.4. They say the effect sounds the same across all the formats, and I'm assuming that is what is most powerful about this. You can also set the levels of individual speakers. It has some other features as well too. Check it out if you're interested. In our next story, a former CEO of Spitfire has started a new company. No, it's not Christian Henson. That joke doesn't really even work because he was never the CEO. This company focuses on sample packs as well as tools for creators and is purpose before profit. Their first product is named Some Drums, which features the drummer known for his work with Mount Kimby. It comes with over 40 drum loops with individual stems, as well as 80 one-shots. You can get it for £25, but they were giving it away for the first 500 people, and I believe they've given all those away already, because I tried to snake you guys on it. In our next story, we'll be talking about LOFI 12 XT. The LOFI 12 XT combines elements of the live-in LOFI 12 as well as the sample track into an 8-track sampling groove box. This new version has more features, including a retro redesigned sampling engine. The core features a 12 kHz / 24 kHz 28 voice sampling engine with the 12-bit sample mode. It transforms any sound into a pleasant lo-fi sound, reminiscent of the 12-bit samplers from the past. Each sample is mono, can be up to 300 seconds in length, and thus has 75 times more than the LOFI 12. It is a little bit odd that it is limited to mono sampling. It also features seamless SD streaming, allowing you to exchange samples on the fly. You can have 64 megabytes of samples in each project. You can also sample with an audio input, the built-in microphone, or a USB, and it has 15 velocity-sensitive pads, as well as a mixtape feature that seems somewhat interesting. It captures all performances in the background, sort of like Rolling Sampler or that feature within Ableton. Support this project on Kickstarter. They've already reached their goal though. They have several different options all around $400. Shipping for the units will begin April of next year, and it will be $559 when it comes out. In our next story, we have some pretty random news here. I like to include the random things too. A judge has ordered BLUEFACE to pay a strip club $13 million in damages. What the hell did he do that strip club? Did he drop a bomb on it? It's okay though. Every picture I've seen of him was with money, so I think he's got this. That doesn't quite look like $13 million though, but like I said, every picture he's got money, so I think he's got this. Okay, wait, never mind. His net worth is $4 million. He's In our next story, Spotify has lost their freaking minds. Spotify is implementing changes to their royalty model in 2024 that is seriously going to affect independent artists. It'll also affect non-music noise tracks, as well as distributors and labels committing fraud. Those last few changes I could probably get behind though. The changes to Spotify's royalty model include a new threshold of minimum annual streams that a track must meet before it starts to generate royalties. Pretty f***ed up because it's already really hard for artists to make money to begin with, especially in the streaming era that we live in. The threshold will will demonetize tracks that had previously received 0.5% of Spotify's royalty pool. They can't give an exact number of streams, but there are some estimates. This change was designed to terminate the monetization of tracks earning less than 5 cents a month, which under the current model is about 20 plays a month, which doesn't sound that bad on the surface until you look a bit deeper. Keep in mind that it has been reported that 80% of artists on Spotify have less than 50 monthly listeners, so this could affect a large portion of people. Also, when you take into account that this could affect a lot of tracks and back catalogs, since those are not generating as much streams as they used to when they were first released. So this will affect a lot of people at the bottom of the metaphorical Spotify food chain. On the plus side though, Spotify has actually been turning a profit, which I don't know if they've done it all since its inception. So they're also going to introduce financial penalties for music distributors and labels when fraudulent activity on tracks they've uploaded to Spotify has been detected. Yeah, DistroKid is in trouble. Although Spotify has actually made an investment into DistroKid, so I don't know how that'll pan out. You can get away with uploading basically anything on DistroKid. This is actually not a bad change because it incentivizes distributors to actually do something when somebody uploads a stolen track, uncleared samples, AI songs, whatever. You can basically upload anything at the moment with no repercussions. They're also introducing a minimum play length that non-music noise tracks, such as bird sounds or white noise, must reach to generate royalties. This has come to fruition after a conversation that has been going on for weeks between major labels as well as distributors and independent labels. There's definitely a big issue here because this is a conflict of interest since major labels are usually invested in streaming platforms. They are controlling how the money is going to be distributed now. And since they're also benefiting from songs that they have on the platform, they can control it to a way that is most beneficial for them. Spotify will need new agreements to the royalty structure changes with most record labels and distributors to implement the plan, but that doesn't mean entirely new licensing renewals. Changes can be made specifically for these elements, sources say, and since the major labels, which all negotiate their deal renewals with Spotify on different timelines, are likely to benefit from the new terms, they are all likely to sign onto them. Spotify has also been quoted as saying, "We're always evaluating how we can best serve artists." Okay. And regularly discuss with partners ways to further platform integrity. But it is hypocritical for them to say we are trying to best serve artists while screwing over potentially 80% of them. I think a change like this or something even more intense could be something that causes people to boycott Spotify. I don't think this specific change will, because it seems so minuscule. Now, the most concerning thing about this is it seems like it may be spreading to other platforms as well. Not these specific numbers, but a change in the way royalties are going to be paid out. Following, UMG announced partnerships with Tidal, Deezer, and SoundCloud to explore alternative models. And reports surfaced that similar conversations were underway with the other leading streaming platforms. For people that don't understand exactly how this benefits major labels, essentially the way Spotify royalties are paid out is all the money that Spotify makes from ads, subscriptions, they are divided equally through streams. Under this new model though, less people are going to get paid out, therefore the streams will be more valuable. Could be good for people that aren't going to suffer from this, but it is going to hurt a large amount of people who admittedly are not making a lot of money. I would say it's pretty demotivating to be paying to upload your music here and then not get paid. Though major labels stand to gain the most out of this because they have the artists with the most plays, therefore they're going to get paid more because of this decision that they helped push to fruition. I understand wanting to pay artists with a bigger fan base a larger amount of royalties, but to cut off everyone below a certain threshold is definitely a dangerous direction. I'm really curious what your guys' thoughts are on this topic. I didn't really have a lot of humor to inject here. This is a little bit more on the serious side. There's not really too much that's funny about it other than Spotify being complete pieces of shit. Let's move on to a much more important topic, another AI tool. While I am sick of AI, I do feel like they are a good source of jokes on this channel. So ROEX has released a tool named AUTOMIX, and I think you can guess what it does already. They claim it'll let you mix down projects to a professional standard in a non-technical or complex way, transforming them into professionally finished pieces within minutes. Essentially, you upload your stems to the platform, you label them as what instruments they are. So this is basically Lander's cousin. I wouldn't be surprised if Lander implements this in the near future as well too. Maybe that's why they felt comfortable releasing the Lander mastering plugin, because they know this is on the way. I'm doing a lot of theoreticals here, but it seems pretty plausible. You can add mix settings such as reverb, presence, panning, etc. So you basically still have to mix it yourself. I'm assuming it just makes it a bit easier for people who don't know what they're doing. It seems like the main thing it does is set the levels and give you less parameters with effects, which could be useful for some people, but at the end of the day, you're going to want to spend more time learning your tools or paying somebody to learn the tools and then do a better job. It'd be really interesting to see what it does with vocals. I'm almost positive it doesn't do any sort of tuning correction or debreathing or anything really powerful. So TLDR, grift, gimmick, don't use it. You can then download your finished track by clicking master. Each master is downloaded with a credit. It costs $11.99 for a credit. They also have a subscription model, of course. Who doesn't have one? I even have one. In our next story here, KORG has released the KEYSTAGE, their first MIDI 2.0 polyphonic aftertouch keyboard controller. It also features MPE support. It seems to also have official integration with Ableton Live, includes arpeggiator and chord functionality. They have a 49 and 61 key version. It is semi-weighted, and did I mention it has polyphonic aftertouch? I feel like there's a bunch of keywords lately that people are using, a bunch of buzzwords. We got AI, that's an obvious one. Polyphonic aftertouch, Lo-Fi, MPE. So what I'm really waiting for is the Lo-Fi polyphonic aftertouch MIDI 2.0 MPE. We'll just throw in Lo-Fi there again. Synth controller, keyboard. It has AI also. So it has official integration with Ableton Live and KORG Gadget. It's also supported by Cakewalk, Cubase, Digital Performer, FL Studio, GarageBand, Logic Pro X, Pro Tools, almost said Pro Stools. That's accurate. That's actually accurate. The promise with MIDI 2.0 is that you won't have to worry about running scripts or mapping MIDI just to get your DAW to talk to your computer. Just seamless plug and play compatibility. It has a suite of 32 chord sets, and you can also save 32 slots on your own. For some reason, it does not have USB-C though. You can get the 41 key version for £499, and you can get the 61 key version for £599. To the video. I like how they know their core audience here. They're like, you know what? We don't need to write polyphonic aftertouch. These nerds already know what the fuck that is. And they're right. I did know what that was. So one thing that is cool about it is how it has these small little screens for each little knob. Oh, Ableton Bros, we finally got a W. 1 W, let's go. Doesn't matter how many L's we've taken, we got a W. That's all we need. You know, honestly, I'm just glad that Venus Theory's not in this video. Not because I don't love him. I love you, Venus Theory. You're just in every fucking video. I guess he's never really in trailers. He's always in overview videos. In our last story of the night, we have another plugin, the SAUCEWARE TRIFECTA. So it appears to be not a plugin. It looks like it's actually a contact library, which is interesting because on their website, they don't show it inside a contact. I'm guessing because it doesn't look as good when you do that, but it is slightly deceptive. Not really a big deal. It makes it less obvious what you are buying though. If you look on their page, you will see that it is a contact library, but you gotta look a little bit. It does seem to have a somewhat interesting concept. Basically, it has 3 different instruments within each preset, and they say that they work seamlessly together in every preset, which I don't know if I want to be doing that, especially because if other people are going to have this too, you know. I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of the UI. I mean, obviously the bass keys lead part is fine, but the graphics, what the hell is that? What am I looking at right now? I just feel like there's a clash in aesthetics here. We got this like 3D sort of futuristic minimal sort of design. Then we have this like somewhat cheaply drawn animation. It has a built-in chord generator, allowing you to play full chords with 1 note. We've been seeing that a lot lately. It says it has game-changing effects. I would bet they're probably pretty stock effects. Here it lists real-time reverse, half speed, a range of other built-in effects. Since it's your website here, you should probably say the effects. These sounds are spread across your keyboard, so you can play them simultaneously if you'd like, and they claim they have an industry quality sound. So you can get it for $99. It says it's normally priced $169. It's hard to say if that's a real sale or not. Never know these days. Okay, yeah, it looks like pretty basic effects here. Chorus, flanger, phaser, rotator, wobble, big crush.
And Trifecta comes with a built-in chord generator that will allow you to come up with quick, fresh ideas in seconds.
It kind of seems like this is doing what Sandbox was trying to do, but better in some ways. Kyle Beats is somewhere punching there right now.
MIDI and accents and phrases. Secure your copy of Trifecta today.
I mean, it's not bad. Personally, not a big fan of the UI, but that wouldn't stop me from using it if I really liked it. One thing I would like to mention here, I can't be the only person that is really tired of seeing developers or companies make a video acting like they don't know what the plugin is. I've never seen a plugin that does this. How? And then it's my plugin. It's my plugin. I've never seen a plugin that does this, but it's my plugin. How does it do it? I mean, I probably know. I'm part of the company that made it. People have been doing it a long time, but I feel like it's getting so common at this point. Thank you guys for watching this episode of WNN. If I had to guess, this is probably going to be a pretty long one, just by judging the recording time here. What was your favorite part? Let me know down in the comments. Are you excited for any of these products? Are you mad at Spotify? I'm always mad at Spotify, to be honest. If you press the like button on this video, I will lint roll you. You know what? I'll do it twice, actually. You happy now? You want a third one? All right. Whatever, man. Whatever floats your boat. Remember to subscribe if you haven't. 50K, eyebrows gone. I will not puss out. Last time I said this, 25K, shave my head. I did it. You think I won't do the eyebrows too? I want to do it. Follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys next time.
Bang Incorporated.